Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Dawn Attack issue number 2 from Opus Comics, made by, well, it's not made by Frank Frazetta, but it's his IP. Um, I just, I believe this is the only reason that I'm just buying these Opus books because of the Frank Frazetta covers. I don't know, I just can't get enough of them. These are just pieces of art from to me. It looks freaking fantastic. So these are the people that worked on this book. If you're interested in it. But there's two artists, you know. The first artist explains the backstory, and the second artist is doing the here and now. So we go back in the past. So these are just androids, automatons guarding the city, I guess, and they are just standing here. And it's okay. Looks a little bit weird, but there is a ball, right? And there is the daughter of the king and queen, or general, or the one is in command. And so yeah, so she asked this young boy out, or vice versa. So hey, can I have this dance? She accepts, and they have some fun here and there. But then this boy's father is bleeding, and he says, "Breached the walls, hundreds, not enough soldiers too." And then he just falls and dies. And so this, I'm not sure what rank he is. Leader guy. Let's call him leader guy, or maybe he's a king. Let's for now he's a king. I could be totally wrong. Anyway, so he goes to this automaton statue, and then the enemy comes, whoever they are, and he's pulling some kind of a switch, but it's stuck somehow. And he says, "Damn the gods, open! My people need me." And maybe this is the command to, I don't know, get more automatons, I guess, or other people are just chiming in as well, helping. But then the mother, the queen, takes on, sword, and she says, "Hey, Dawn, go to your father. Tell him we need to evacuate. Convince him. I'll start gathering the guests. The tunnel should be clear. And but the army they're malfunctioning, and that means we're alone. We have to run. To me, my friends, take up everything that could be used as a weapon." But then, she's getting surrounded by the enemy. They're attacking her, stabbing her in the back. So he's getting enraged and killing all these monsters, and she's, dying here. It's just basically save everyone, a save Dawn. And he realizes that, it took too long, and they are using the tunnels to escape. And Dawn here swears that he will make you pay for it. So is it not they, like in them? So who is this you are talking about? Is this some kind of a figure, some evil guy? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Anyway, so we go to the now. She's in orbit. She's in space, and she gets a sign or a warning that there's a planet inside where her father is supposedly there. So she goes in, but she still cannot, fly this thing very well. And there's alien creatures all over the place. And before she says, "Well, I'm starting getting the hang of it," and then this creature just swats his tail, and she's getting hit. Meanwhile, back on the planet where they came from, young kids are getting taught how to fight. And this guy says they won't be ready, no matter how long they have to train. Oh, by the way, I got an issue 1 up. Maybe I should have said that in the beginning. Check out my first review of Dawn Attack. If you're going to type it, in the search bar, then you're going to find it. And you can watch it. And subscribe to my channel if you like what you are seeing. I see a lot of people, that are here watching my videos are not subscribed. You will help me tremendous if you do that. End of promotion. So let's continue. So it seems that these two are brother and sister. And she says, "Our people barely survived when we had trained soldiers standing guard. How are elders and children who can barely lift those swords supposed to feed an army?" So I believe the enemy is going attack again, or there's more creatures coming from the woods, try to attack the city. Not entirely sure. It's not really clear to me. And so he says, panic and fear will defeat them before our enemy even raises their weapons, unless you build a weapon. And she says, what? Why didn't I think of this before? No one understands the ancients' tech better than you. I've seen you restore what was thought broken forever. And she says, I don't build things, Ferris. I repair what others have already made. It's putting a puzzle together. That comes natural to me. But making something entirely new? But then he says something wrong, according to her. Perhaps if you tried, instead of just talking about it, and he realizes his mistake and he says, forgive me, sister, that was unfair. So indeed, she says, I know you're frustrated, but complaining about what you don't have doesn't help anyone. And so let's take a stock of what we do have to work with. And so he suggests, or she suggests, hey, maybe we can use the automatons, go find them. And he says, no. And I thought to myself, why? So he explains, or well, she asks, why not? We need a weapon to protect everyone, right? Everyone says that the army was the most powerful weapon the Fold ever had. Why wouldn't we? Because they failed us, Jesse. When we need them the most, they failed us. It's because of them that you don't even remember our father. We were relying on them, and it cost us everything. I will not give them that power again. And I thought to myself, dude, you have now absolutely nothing. Why not just build them and see what happens, right? Reprogram them. Even she said it here. But they could help now. I could make it so they could help. And then he's just walking away like, oh no, let's not use a total powerful weapon to help us and then do nothing. Well, and they have nothing. They're getting overrun by the enemy. That's just stupid. I mean, that is stupid decision making, in my opinion, of course. So anyway, Dawn is here, and she gets a ping. And then, of course, this is modern comics and writers seems to have a problem when there is a screen, television screen, computer screen, mobile screen, whatever screen you can imagine, there is always nothing on it. Nothing. No scribbles, no words, no signs, no beeping and bopping, no arrows, no dots, no images, no, just nothing. Just a glow. I don't get it. So, I don't know, this computer just turns into a bowl, and he says, you need to go there. And she's angry at this. I mean, she looks angry. I'm not sure why. There's no explanation. And then she's going on a quest. And I must say, this is probably the most gorgeous looking page in this comic, except for the cover, of course. And because we see now visual storytelling. Although it's a hit and miss, like this here. I mean, it would be cool if she just, I don't know, say something, or maybe a narrative bar here somewhere explaining and detailing, or something, instead of nothing, looking at it, being angry without telling us why. So she goes here, drinking water, avoiding danger, walking through the plains here, killing animals, defending herself, eating, sleeping with her sword. That looks really cool. The environment looks cool. But then we go this again. So she wakes up. This robot droid says, hey, you need to go there. So we go from walking, instead of doing the same thing with this, but then, extending maybe a little bit. Or maybe that's, I don't know, talking to the robot, although I know he cannot say anything, but this is a comic. You have to engage with your readers a bit. So the visual storytelling, this works, this doesn't. Not to me, anyway. It's not bad, but, you could do more with it, if you know what I mean. So, moving on. So she feels that somebody's watching her, and she calls them out. So the creatures with, I don't know, primitive swords coming out, surrounding her. It's 3 against 1. But then she's saying something I really don't understand. She says, you may not know what a blaster is, but I suspect you understand this. So she draws a sword, right? Why not shoot the blaster, in front of the feet so that they know how dangerous it is. It's 3 against 1. Why put yourself at risk when you just can defend yourself with a blaster? Okay, that's weird. But they're also doing this kind of stance the same way as she does. And she says, how do you know? And then there's a voice, and it's none other than her father. Because now, I don't know, looks like Grizzly Adams. And she says, my little sunrise, you shouldn't have come. It's his father. And so the last page we're going to see is that this girl, this tech girl, she says, you're wrong, Ferris, and I'm going to prove it. We need more than weapons. We need an army, and I'm going to find them, whatever it takes. Okay, she's, I believe, going to find the army of robots or the automatons. I think, I'm not entirely sure. So this transition from here to here is a little bit weird. Like I said, the flow, the ebbing of the flow is a hit and miss. It's not bad, but I don't know. It's just there's something missing, and I really cannot put my finger on it. It's not boring, but it's also not really exciting. So we have some covers here that looks amazing. The quality is really there. Look at this. I would just, cut it out and hang it on my wall. It's beautiful. I love this piece too. This looks really, really nice. Linsner's art. He's still around? Okay. So these are the automatons, I presume. Yeah, more stuff. Anyway, yeah, issue 3 is coming up next soon. We'll see. Guys, let me know what you think about it. And yeah, see you next time. Bye-bye.